Ladies and gentlemen, over 500 schools across 12 regions in the country. Who will be the next great debater? This is the Great Debaters Contest Season 8. I am your host, Chris Boru.
And I am Esperanza Kapanga. The motion on the table today is about the family institution, and it states that affirmative action has destroyed the family institution.
Proposing this motion, we have St. Peter's Rambula.
And opposing the motion, we have Kasagam Secondary School. Proposer number 1, you have 3 minutes.
A wise man makes his decisions, while a foolish man follows public opinion. Affirmative action simply means that the policy of protecting groups of people that had earlier been marginalized has damaged the relationship between people who share close blood relations. Collins Otieno, a protagonist from St. Peter's Rambula Secondary School. Nature of affirmative action. Quota system. Certain percentages of jobs, political positions, and school vacancies must be reserved for the marginalized groups. The marginalized groups, especially in Kenya, include girl child, women, physically and mentally challenged, and the elderly. What are the forms of affirmative actions? Affirmative action has brought the following in Kenya. Lowering of girls' entry grades into educational institutions such as universities and secondary schools. Second, affirmative action initiation has led to initiation of associations to fight for girl child rights. Third form of affirmative action in Kenya. Affirmative action has given women equal opportunities to men. That is, an example is inheritance of property, where women get the equal opportunities of inheritance of opportunity of property. The fourth is making girl child education compulsory. As you can see in Kenya today, no girl is allowed to stay at home. Each and every girl in Kenya is wanted to attend the normal schooling as boys. Fifth point, affirmative action has led to initiation of youth and elderly funds. These youth and elderly funds, they are used to develop the various sectors that we have, the economic and the social factors, starting by the youths and the elders in the society. Affirmative action has the following effects on the society as a whole. Affirmative action does not treat everybody equal. Through implementation of affirmative action, different marginalized communities are not treated equally. Take for example, the albinos in Kenya. Compare an albino with a normal person. An albino is given more priorities than the normal person. It is counterproductive. Affirmative action is counterproductive as those who lack skills are allowed to participate in the development or employment, while those ones with qualifications are denied the chances. It replaces all wrongs with new wrongs. Indeed, it leads to reverse discrimination. Affirmative action also hinders achievements of minorities. The minorities who are supposed and have the proper qualifications of being employed are in turn denied the chances and qualifications and given to those who lack the qualifications. Collins Otieno, St. Peter's Rambula, thank you.
Pastor Poza, you have 3 minutes to make a statement.
If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving. Paulette Anyango, Kasagam Secondary School, I'm hereby to oppose the motion that says affirmative action has destroyed family institution. First, what is affirmative action? Affirmative action is the act of taking positive steps to end discrimination and create equal opportunities to the people who were previously denied or demeaned. What is family institution? These are customs or systems that existed between a group of people who are related by blood for a long period of time. Women in the family have gotten a chance to take part in decision making in a family which was relevant without affirmative action. Let's take for instance, we all have families in this place, in this house, probably, or maybe we have guardians. But we all know that our families want the best for us. We find that in our families, we have people who will make decisions. In the past, we find that women were not given the opportunity to talk or to say a word. If they were told, you are going to be killed today, that was the final say. We find that men, especially the elders, before the white colonialists came, we find that they made decisions. Everything they said was the final say. But in our modern world, we find that women are also given the opportunity to make decisions. We have single mothers who have houses, they have children, they don't have husbands, but they stay in their houses and they control everything by their own. They make decisions in their houses by their own. My second point, women also have potentials to contribute to development of a family. Let's give an example. To the widows. We find that the widows, they don't have a problem in, maybe they have children, yes, they have kids. The kids have to go to school. They're stressed up in how they're going to pay the fee. We find that affirmative action has really benefited them. Those are my points. Paulette Anyango once again, thank you.
Second proposer, you have 3 minutes for cross-examination.
Decisions are made all over in the world to solve problems. Affirmative action is one of the decisions that were made. The motion affirmative action has destroyed family institutions. I strongly stand to propose the motion, Osiro Aib of St. Peter's Rambula. Indeed, affirmative action has contributed to damage of family institutions, that is people who are related by blood. Judge Sophie, imagine you have a brother, all of you have gone to look for employment. And because of affirmative action that says that girls as a girl, there are some jobs that are given to you. Your brother is going to miss that job and you are going to have it. Isn't that going to bring dependent in the family? Isn't your brother going to depend on you? And when the brother of yours depends on you, you will have that load. Look at some of the forms of affirmative action. Lowering the entry grades of girl child to universities and also marks to secondary schools in order to increase the number of educated girls. How will a boy who has scored the same grade with a girl feel when that girl has a chance to join university? And that is why George Shah said that affirmative action is counterproductive. And truly, it is leading to destruction of a family. Affirmative action, we find that when a wife is given that first chance or right to inheritance of property, I'm sorry to say this, some have taken it as an opportunity to press their husband or to oppress their husbands. And this can lead to destruction of family. Educated women in our family, they feel they're equal to men. They feel they're equal to husbands. They feel that they have right over husbands. And through that, a family can be destroyed. And when a family is destroyed, the society is destroyed, and the whole nation is destroyed. My opponents, imagine you are in a family. One of you is an albino. And because of that policy that was implemented in the Kenyan Constitution in 2010, that there are some people who are given some jobs. Imagine one is crippled in your family. And because of that reservation of job to some other people who are thought to not qualify for the job, the person gets the job. It is time we come together and support that affirmative action should be replaced with other forms of solving problems so that our families are protected and our society is protected. Thank you.
Second opposer, you have 3 minutes for your examination.
Well, I'm here to reason against the motion that says affirmative action has destroyed family institution. And let me pose a question to my proposers. They are saying, the second proposer, they're saying that girls have been favored in this admission thing in schools, like universities and high schools. Well, as per now, we see that the admission, the target for someone to get into, to be admitted to a university here in Kenya right now is C+. And each and every person is expected to attain that grade for them to be admitted to the university. And that is what affirmative action does. Affirmative action is putting us into the level playground so that each and every person has equal rights. Whatever a boy can do, a girl can also do. To my first point, affirmative action has destroyed, has broken the glass ceiling. In which way? There are gaps in our families where the boy child feels that I am the boy in the house. I'm the first priority. I am the first priority over the child. If something is to be given to us, I am the boy. I am to get it first, then the other child to get it first. It makes it so difficult for the girl child to fight for their rights in the house, for the girl child to fight for their position in the house, where they do each and everything possible so that they can be equal to the boys. And that is what affirmative action has done unto us. It has leveled the playing field so that each and every person stand equal and stand equal rights and opportunities in whatever they want to do. On to my second point, my friend was talking about albinism. Affirmative action has not favored girls. Affirmative action has not favored races. Affirmative action has not favored the disadvantaged group. Affirmative action has simply put those disadvantaged groups, women, and the disadvantaged groups and the women into giving them equal opportunities and rights. Why am I saying this? Like we can take an example, Goldalyn Kakuya. She's an albino. Because of affirmative action, their rights were they were fighted for their rights. Now look what she did. She actually surprised us because she led this Kenya among everyone else.
The proposers have been asked, after stating that the university entry points for girls has been reduced in comparison to that for boys, how has that led to the destruction of the family institution? The opposers have been asked, if not the affirmative action that has destroyed family institution, then what has destroyed the family institution and what are possible solutions for bringing back the family institution to where it was in our society previously? Proposer number 3, you have 3 minutes to answer the question.
Well. It is nice for me to be here. It is wonderful for you guys to be here. Why? Because our lives are driven by the choices we made. I'm Ambalo Michelle from St. Peter's Rambula Secondary School. Thank you for your question, my dear sister. You have asked, why is it that lowering grade marks for the girl child has enhances into affirmative action to the family institution? Let us take for an example, You are a girl, you have a brother. You get the same marks of entering a university, while you as a girl is being given that chance. You are being given the chance to join the university, while your brother is not given the chance. You find that your brother will have that self-belief. He will not believe in himself because you are not be given that chance. You will go to the university, which will cause conflict between you and your brother. Affirmative action has destroyed family institution. It is better to put it this way. Family institution has been destroyed greatly by affirmative action. Why am I saying this? Let us take, for example, making girl child education compulsory. When we remember our years back, the girl child was not given that opportunity of going to school. They were being sold to old men. They were being got married. They were being subjected to early marriages, making them to be undermined in the society. But now, the girls are given that opportunity to join schools. Have we forgotten about the boy child? Have we forgotten that the boy child is also supposed to enter into school? We are just concentrating on the girl child. We are not concentrating on the boy child. We should adhere to this affirmative action because it destroys family institution. It brings conflict between this girl and a boy. Initiation of youth funds and elderly funds. Yes, these funds bring opportunity to the youths. But when the youths are being given these funds, what do they encourage to? They do encourage in issues like drugs. They're supposed to use these funds to help themselves, but to them, they enter into drugs, making family to be with conflicts, making parents not to be able to agree with their sons or their daughters because the youth funds have destroyed these youths. The affirmative action of making the youth to get these funds have greatly destroyed their lives. The priority of women being given today, they have made them look as if they're elders of the family. They have stopped respecting their parents. They have stopped respecting their husbands. They see their husband as nothing. So I will greatly urge you, my dear opponents, I will urge you, come and support us. That affirmative action destroys family institution. Thank you.
Parapuza, you have 3 minutes to respond.
I'm indeed shocked. This wonderful morning, something good is coming out, yet you want us to complain about it. If you want respect, who can stop you? If you want to love, who can stop you? I'm Fenia Ward from Kasagam Secondary School. The question that was posed was that, what are the possible solutions to the minimal problems that you face in affirmative actions? One, when the affirmative action started, the court adhered that they will treat people equally, whether you're a boy, you are a girl, whether you're an abilo, or whether you are a white, whether you're a black, or whether you're colorless. So when you go to the court as a husband, or when you go to the court as a wife, you'll be given the chance to air out your problems. Why you feel like the wife is not able to support you, or the wife is bringing a burden, or the wife is bringing competitions to the family. To add to other points that I have, is that affirmative actions has provided role models. For example, let us look at Amina Mohammed. That is the Ministry of Education. I like her. She's strong. She has been there. We might think that the affirmative action was applied to her. And I am ready to work hard so that I can be like her. Let us take a good example. Wangari Maathai planted trees, won a Nobel Prize. If I am a girl and I want to work hard, I want to be a doctor, why don't I take the steps that Wangari Maathai took? I will tell my opponents that if you have to put everything has a disadvantage, then I'll tell you this time that this one doesn't have an advantage. Or even if they have, they are minimal. So please, we have suffered a lot. The Kiswahili says that, baada ya dhiki ni faraja. And I feel like the people who are disadvantaged, they're coming to celebrate that they're going to win something in life. If you cannot adhere to yourself that I can do something, and there is someone who can tell you, Fanny, you can do this. Fanny, you can be a doctor. Fanny, you can have this. And you can be a doctor. Or you can be a manager. Who can tell me that? I will be so happy if someone has to encourage me each and every day so that I can grow and be strong in whatever I'm doing. It is said that one tree cannot make a forest. In a family where there is a wife and there is a husband, there is easy decision making. They'll really discuss their issues and come out with one solution, rather than in a family where the girl is recessive. The girl is always there. The husband has said this, we have to follow. And thank you. That was Fanny.
Proposition, you have 1 minute for your final submission.
The time has come together for everybody to make right decision. And this is the time. Once again, Osiro Ayub. An American activist, George Shah, said that affirmative action devalues the accomplishment of people who are chosen on social groups to which they belong. And through that, it is counterproductive. On the same note, another activist, Richard Sander, said that the time for different states to focus on ways that brings equal opportunities to all citizens has come. The time for these states to embrace good governance by removing the act of affirmative action policy in their constitution that is stated in Article 27 and 81 of Kenya's constitution has come. The state should now make a high standard settings for people so that each and every person enjoys equal opportunity. Appreciations to Dr. Fred Matiang'i, our former CS, for standardizing entry grade at C+. Thank you.
Opposition, you have 1 minute for your final submission.
Billy Sao from Kasagam School. Equality, equality, equality. That is all we need, equality. We were created by the same God. It means we stand equal chances to opportunities and advantages that some groups in the communities are enjoying. I'm here to entice my opponents to come and support the motion that affirmative action, indeed, it has not destroyed family institution. Rather, it has increased the association of the family. In which way? When the mother and the father are working, when the mother is working, when the father is working, they are going to share responsibility. They are going to provide for the family, both of them. The burden is not going to be on one person. The burden is going to be on both people. So equality, equality, that is what we want. So come and join us. Thank you.
Kasagam, I want to commend Paulette for coming out very strongly to define the terms. And you seemed to understand the motion until the prospects of the bell really interfered with your presentation, meaning that you were not ready to keep the time. We need to understand that the motion requires a bit of research, and we go to the points and facts that are already stated. What is affirmative action? The two of us, we seemed to see affirmative action as an issue of gender. And we forgot that affirmative action is broad. And according to the Oxford Dictionary, it is favoring those who tend to suffer from some form of discrimination. So the scope was narrowed, which was not the issue.
Thank you, the two teams. You failed to touch on the key tenets of the motion, how affirmative action has destroyed the family. Both teams, you didn't do that. And then I had issues with your style of presentation and language. If we can work on that, we will be better debaters. Thank you.
After every great debate, we must have a winner and a learner. Our judges have deliberated, and they have seen it fit to award St. Peter's Rambula 60%. Let's give them a round of applause. Kasagam Secondary School, with a difference of 1%, the judges awarded you 61%, making you the winners of this debate. Congratulations to both teams for a job well done.
We'd like to appreciate all the participants of the Great Debaters Contest, all the schools involved. Thank you to the principals and the patrons. We'd like to appreciate Blaze by Safaricom, Brand Kenya Board for facilitating these debates. We'd also like to remind you at home, keep the conversation going across all our social media platforms. The hashtag is GDC for SDGs. I have been your host, Esperancia Kapanga.
And I am Chris Boru. See you next time, same place, same time.